Hello and welcome to our channel. We are
Lizzie
and Melanie. And I have some news. I returned my Vortex. This is Lizzie's, not mine. And I kind of wanted to tell you why. The main reason is right before I returned it, 2 different times, the controls just stopped working. I was cooking something and I looked over and I think I had it on something like 375, and I just happened to look over to check and see how it was doing, and it was at like 135, 140, and I went over to turn it back on and turn it up and the controls wouldn't work. And that happened twice, and there were several other things that bothered me about it, and that's when I said, you know, I'm just worried about the quality of this machine. And so today I just kind of want to tell you what has bothered me about it besides the controls not working. That was the main thing, was the controls, because I just felt like, if this is happening now, do I want to go get another one? Considering the other possibilities and the other things that I wasn't so excited about. I definitely wasn't excited about no pizza. You know, you can only put like the individual size pizza in it. That bothered me. No toast button. That bothered me. Now that doesn't bother Lizzie, but it just didn't work for me. I could never get the bread the way I wanted to. The main bread that I use, I figured it out. But to me, if you're going to have something like this, you should be able to toast with ease.
Since it was replacing your toaster.
And my toaster oven went away to college with my daughter, and I had a Cuisinart toaster oven that I absolutely loved, and so I was missing it. I had an incident where I put a large, pretty big glass container in there and was warming something, and when I pulled it out, the tray just kept coming, and I almost spilled it all over myself. And that just felt like a little bit of a safety issue to me. I thought I was being careful, but it was a really heavy dish and it just slid right out. I know that some other people have had this happen, but I washed the door, I removed it, and there was water in between the glass. And it shows that they're not completely sealed, which I don't know if that would be a problem in the future. And the other thing that really bothered me at the beginning is when you conditioned it, the smell. It was very strong and the smell didn't go away completely for the first 3 or 4 times I used it. Now it wasn't bad, but the smelly plastic, that kind of bothers me a little bit. And there were several other small things that it didn't work for me. It just wasn't what I wanted.
For me, I have not decided if I'm going to keep my Vortex. I have very little concerns with it. I also haven't used it all that much, but I don't like the size. And I am bothered that Instant Brands came out with basically 4 different air fryers all separated.
Yes.
I would have liked all 4 to come out at once so I could say, do I want the basket Vortex? Do I want the regular Vortex? Omni or Omni Plus? I like the size of the Omni, and that's why I may trade, and I haven't made a decision yet, but I'm leaning towards the bigger size. I picked this because I had a basket air fryer. It was only 6 quart, and this was 10 quarts. So I was awesome, but it's still, I think the Omni fits like a whole lasagna pan. It's big, but I think I might go for that.
Right.
That said, so what'd you do about it, Melanie?
I will show you. Here's what I did about it. This is a Cuisinart TOA-65, and yes, TOA-65, and it is an air fryer, a convection oven, a toaster, a regular toaster oven, and I haven't had it that long, so I'm basically going to do the same thing that I did with the Vortex, because I had the Vortex for 3 months. So this is kind of like a 3-month review, and I'll do the same thing with this toaster oven, but so far, so good. I really like it. It fits a pizza. It toasts. It has a toast button that you just press, and it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And like a normal toaster. I really like that. Here's another thing that I like that I didn't like about the Vortex, and I know those of you who have it were frustrated by this too. The booklet was like that big for the Vortex, and this is a very large booklet with recipes and instructions and times. It's just a lot more informative. And actually, there's a really cool thing on this side. It comes with a little mini guide that you can just pull out of the side and look at, so that you don't have to look for this. You've got this. I love that. I like the size of it. The minuses there is no rotisserie. So instead of the rotisserie, you have this basket, and I really like it so far. It really seems to be going well. I will, however, need to play around with the oven a little bit more to give you a full review. But I'm liking it.
But today, we are going to have a battle of the air fryers. And we're going to make
we
some
are.
fancy fries. They're going to be thinner because we're going to use the mandolin to cut them properly.
Yes.
Last time we just kind of chunked them up like steak fries. And then we're going to season them and we're going to see if there's a difference.
Yeah.
And this is a cool setting. I tried it a little bit on this one and they actually look like kind of like fries. So that's exciting.
Yeah. But like when you get to this point with the mandolin, you want to stop and just then cut those fries up by hand.
Which is what we're doing now. And I'm still pulling things out.
Yeah, you're going to have to constantly.
I know I have no cut me gloves on, and they probably have a more professional name, but it's a little nerve-wracking nevertheless.
No, it is. It's using the mandolin slicer is going to take some getting used to, but for the amount of time,
Good save.
nice catch. The amount of time that it saves you, it's worth it.
I think certainly for potatoes it is worth it because
Absolutely.
I would never have the patience to cut
And
something.
slicing apples, if you have a massive amount of apples to slice, carrots are great. And it comes with different blades. Lizzie has graciously finished using the mandolin slicer. And now we are going to add our different spices and salt and pepper and all that good stuff. So
Okay.
you work from that way and I'll work from this way.
Do the oil first.
Okay.
That's where I feel like it needs to be gone through first.
Gotcha.
You want to go
Okay.
in or you want me to go in?
You can go in.
All right. Get that everywhere so that way. And then you can pour all the spices and then I'll keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go with the onion powder and the smoked paprika. This is a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika.
Now they should all get beautiful.
Oh, I know, they'll be so pretty. And this is
That's a teaspoon of sea salt.
This is the teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt, which I just happen to love. And then we have a teaspoon of course, garlic granules.
Actually, yeah, a teaspoon, right? Not a half,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I said a half?
No, you didn't. I just
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
sure. Right
Yeah.
now, you got it right.
Okay. And then we're going to do probably 4 turns of pepper. Let's see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. I think 4 turns of the pepper grinder is enough, which would probably be about, I would guess, 1/4 of a teaspoon, don't you think?
Yeah.
1/4 to a half.
You know, a lot of recipes say salt and pepper to taste, and I do think, especially
Yes.
with this, you can add salt and pepper at the end.
Absolutely.
As well.
Lizzie just put in her fries.
And I pushed rotate.
And I'm putting mine in, and we are good to go. One thing that I will give as a plus for this one is it's quiet. It's much, much quieter than the Vortex. Mine are ready.
Today it was about 11 minutes. You had 4 left on your
Yes.
timer. So the Cuisinart is faster, for sure. They look beautiful.
They are pretty
You
gorgeous.
just to shake them or do anything. I mean, they look great.
We'll let them
And
cool
I-
for 2 seconds, and then we're going to taste
I
them.
find the rotisserie basket hard or challenging to clean. I'm wondering if this will be the same or not.
I have used it, and I have not found it challenging, which is great.
No, that's about.
And it's dishwasher safe, which I love. So,
I just remembered something. One of the other reasons I'm interested in the Omni, and that's why they don't have the basket. They have a rotisserie, but not the basket.
oh,
It's because it has a heating element on both the top and the bottom.
yes, this
The
one
Omni
does too.
Right, and this
Yeah.
is unique, I think, and then it doesn't. Actually, I think I would shake it halfway through because look how crispy one side is, and then the other side's not.
This one's both sided. This one's okay.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, they're good.
They're delicious though.
I may have overcooked them just a little bit.
Oh God, no.
No?
No. I like them crispy.
Oh, I do too.
I don't think they're overcooked.
Oh, these are good.
I don't know if I would flip them, but maybe just shake because some are and some are not.
Yeah.
That's 15 minutes. I think mine need more time though.
I think you're right. I think they do need a little more time.
All right, so I'm going to start the whole thing in. That was a fast pull, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm going longer though.
Yeah, I think you
Need
should.
about 3 more minutes and see what happens.
Now you can hear the difference in the sound between this one and this
Is
one.
yours not off?
It takes a little while. It like
It's
runs
like-
for a while after.
Gotcha.
I will show you how this works in another video. Show you the control panel and how you set it up and all of that good stuff.
In the meantime, we're just going to eat fries.
Lizzie's is finished now, and we
They
kind
were
of
really good, okay?
They were really good. Okay.
Don't judge us.
Yeah. Lizzie is taking hers out.
Open it up. Nice. And push that forward. Wow, they look really good. They took longer. They
do.
So yours took 11 minutes and mine took 19 minutes.
Wow.
They look really good.
They do.
And this is always that awkward thing.
Yes, I know.
I do like the basket, but it's the awkward part of it for sure.
Yeah. This is easier, I will admit that, but I did like the
Let me
basket.
have another placemat or thing.
Pot holder.
Pot holder.
That's that thing.
Glad you know the words. Let's dump these in. They look wonderful.
They do look good.
We did need to add a little more salt. So
Yes.
for Melanie, I'd say we're going to put a pinch of salt on it right now.
I think
Right, we
1¼ teaspoons will make it okay. Maybe even up to 1½.
I'd say 1½. I agree. So these look, I would say they took longer, louder, a little tricky on the basket, but I would say the quality they look the same.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They look really
They're
delicious.
pretty. Let's see.
Oh, they're crunchy and delicious. They're good.
They are good.
Well, this is the first of maybe many battles of air fryers. I don't know that mine will be the Vortex. It might be the Omni. It will be one or the other. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wait,
Nope.
we've got to decide which one.
I think the quality, to me, the taste, I don't notice a difference.
I think it's a draw.
I do too.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
joining
joining
us.
us. Please be sure and subscribe. Push the subscribe button and then the little bell shows up. That is the notification bell.
Yes.
And that will let you be in the know when we have a video coming out.
Yes, leave us a comment. Let us
Please.
know what you think of our battle and if you'd like to see more. All right, thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.